What is up, boys? Welcome back to another Treble Hook Outdoors video. Today we're going to be teaching you how to make some venison Philly cheesesteaks with deer that I harvested last year. So you guys can save this for your next hunting season and add it to your recipe book. Let's go. For ingredients, we got 4 bell peppers, 2 red, 2 green. We got 1 shallot, 1 white onion, just 1 clove of garlic, and then just hoagie buns of your choice. And then we were going to make steak with this, but we just decided to turn it into like grind. So this is just a bunch of cuts of the deer mixed up, so you can just go with whatever cut of your choice you feel best for a Philly cheesesteak. All right, get to cooking. First, we're gonna get cutting on our onion, our garlic, and then our shallot, and we're just gonna throw them in a hot pan with some butter. All right, boys, like I said, just put it in a hot pan. I use like give or take 2-3 tablespoons. I like to finely dice all of it, but some people for like their Philly cheesesteaks like to have long slices of onion. And you're just gonna let this saute so it's nice and caramelized. Good. While that's sauteing, we're just gonna let that cook for a minute, and then we're gonna take our venison and just get kind of a seasoning going so then we can cook it with the onions when they're sauteed, throw in the bell peppers, and then get our Philly cheesesteaks ready. We're not gonna cut it up yet. We're just gonna take our full venison steak or whatever you guys are using and just put it in a bowl, and then we'll get a good seasoning blend going. All right, boys, you know we don't use exact measurements around here, so I mean, just it's gonna be a majority salt, but we're gonna want to season these generously. Put quite a bit of salt in there, and then we're also gonna take some paprika. Not as much salt, just get them nice and coated to change the color up a little bit. Now we're just gonna get some black pepper on there. Not as much as the salt, again. Then the secret ingredient, a little brown sugar. Not too much, just a little, just to put on top. Another secret ingredient, a little bit of chicken broth. Girlfriend back here, she's helping stir. Just a little bit, just to get it nice and juicy. All right, that's good. All right, now we're just gonna get our hands in there, get dirty, mix it up. And also, now that your onions, garlic, and shallots are halfway done, I threw in another tablespoon of butter just to help them cook evenly. And once this is all seasoned, we're gonna cut it up, throw it in with the onions. We're just gonna slice this super finely. Super thin, long slices. Just something like this, super thin. This part's pretty time consuming, but I promise you it's worth it. It'll take on way more of the flavor. It'll be easier to bite through. So just take the time and do it right. If you guys want to take your cooking game to the next level, be sure to check out our boys over at cknifecompany.com. Hey, and let us know who you have winning the World Cup. Drop it in the comments. So now that you got all your meat thinly sliced up, you're just gonna chuck it back in this bowl to add a little more seasoning, and then we'll chuck it in the pan. Now we're just gonna throw a little more brown sugar in here, a little more salt. Not too much though, we already put a lot. And then a little more paprika, no more pepper. Then once it's looking nice and colored, add chicken stock. Oh. And you're just gonna get to mixing with your hands again, and then we're gonna chuck it in the pan. So this is what your onions should look like when they're fully cooked, just nice and caramelized brown. We're gonna add 1 more tablespoon of butter, and then we're gonna add our venison into the pan. Okay, we got our venison nice and seasoned. We're just gonna throw it in right on top of the butter and onions. Put all that chicken broth that we just threw in, put it into the pan as well with the venison. And then we're just gonna let these cook on like medium high heat. We're just gonna cut them into long Philly cheesesteak style slices and then chuck them in to the pan once the venison's fully cooked.
Go.
All right, little tip, if you want maximize bussedness, take your hoagie bun, put a little butter down, toast it till it's golden brown. Okay, now we're gonna make a little Chipotle mayo to top. Just like big spoonful of Chipotle diced peppers. Gonna get some light sour cream or heavy. Appreciate you guys staying till the end. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, a subscribe, and comment what you guys want to see us do next. Thanks for watching.